What is up, guys? My name is Luminous Prime and welcome back to another video. Today we are actually going to be talking about a subject I've been thinking about talking about for a while. We all know Ninjago has been increasingly getting better and better. There are some points when we're like, oh, what's this? What's going on? But so far the series, since the very beginning, has been doing very well. Something that I do want to touch on, though, is what's gonna happen when the series is over? Or basically the creator's gonna end the series? Is it gonna be some sort of final battle or something? There's a few clues in the show, even in the earlier seasons, that kind of hint to something that could be close to an ending. And here's my theory of how Ninjago will and should end. So let's rewind the clock and let's go back into season 5 of Possession, I should say. The Possession season of Lego Ninjago. If you remember back in the tomb of the first Spinjitzu master, you guys remember that Cole couldn't see his reflection. There's the argument saying that that's just because he's a ghost, but we can all now know in Day of the Departed, he did return back to his human state with the scar. What doesn't make any sense is if he returns to his state, then what the heck was with not seeing his reflection in the tomb? There's also a few arguments saying, "Oh my, they didn't think of it at the time." No, they thought. I believe they already knew how Cole was going to return. I mean, trust me, everybody knows how things are going to go, even if it's a long time ago. Or I mean, new. But there's something that Cole kind of hints to, and it's his RX form. If you guys remember Day of the Departed, when he unlocked his his power, his RX form, there's something about him unlocking that power that kind of is very peculiar and unfortunate. Because if he can unlock that power, why can't the ninja try to unlock it? There's something that happened in the Day of the Departed special that allowed him to unlock such powers as the RX form. So let's think. There's been a lot of tweets to Tommy and Anderson, also the Hangman brothers. So, what I want to know, how it would end. This is my version, so don't come criticizing me or anything. But there's always this theory, and there's always this thought that the ninja will end up training their descendants. There could be possibly a new series of the descendants of the Guardians of Ninjago. That'd actually be a good title for if they were to make another a follow-up series, a spin-off. That would be a really good name, the Guardians of Ninjago or something like that. But you got to think. So we have all the ninja; they're perfectly fine. Because think back in season 5 when Cole couldn't see his reflection. He's a human now. He's back to normal. He's mortal. So he should have saw at least that. But he didn't. So there's this thought, Cole is going to die. And sometime, because we all saw the ninja in their reflections, they were really old. Like, really, really old. Like, they look like, because right now they look like teenagers. In the reflection, they look like they're maybe 30, 40, in that range, I'd say. So you gotta think, if Cole couldn't see his reflection, then he's gonna die somewhere in there. If he does die, that's gonna be somewhere in that area. So I thought, if Cole dies, that's definitely gonna tear the ninja apart. Because he's not Zane. You can't just rebuild him. Cole has a soul. If he dies, I don't know, if he goes to Ninjago heaven, some sort of thing after death. Oh no, the departed realm. That's what it is. He'll go to the departed realm, but they can't summon him back, I don't think. They burned the Klaus' spellbook, even if they could use that, but I've touched on this part many times when I've played with my Legos and I've actually done certain things. I would come to this conclusion of one of the biggest, baddest villains that has been lined up since, like, the idea of a supervillain, not even the Overlord, someone entirely different, someone who has been crossing the multiverse, crossing every dimension, every reality, trying to take everything over. Someone very, very powerful that opposes the ninja to the point where they will die facing. If they can't beat him, everyone will die fighting. I've often touched on this point, but what if Lloyd does die? At the very end of the series, he sacrifices his very energy, his power, his self to revive all that has died due to the ninjas' battles. Something that kind of touches on how Chima ended on to Transformers Prime. Something very powerful that the first Spinjitzu Master never knew of. What if Lloyd was to become a knight? What if he was to discover he has more than being the Golden Ninja or the first or ultimate Spinjitzu Master? What if Lloyd actually becomes a guardian of Ninjago, a guardian of the universe, guardian of life as we know it? The 16 realms haven't been much laid into. The Departed Realm, the Cursed Realm, and Jinjago. And then there's Ninjago. 4 realms have been explained and shown. What doesn't make sense, well, maybe not the Departed Realm, but what doesn't make sense is that's 4 out of 16. So there's 12 other realms, besides Chima, well then, 11 other realms that haven't been explained. Not as much. Nexo Knights, I don't know if I would include that, but I'd say Nexo Knights maybe a realm. Ninjago kind of is getting to the point where they're running out of ideas. That's the fear, because right now we're in the middle of, we're in the middle of trying to figure out what's with episode 72 through 74. How is the ninja going to beat the time twins? Is Kai or Nia going to die? Are they Ray and Maya going to sacrifice themselves? I don't know. I can't find the episodes, and I've tried the best I could. And because the Lego Ninjago movie's coming out, I don't think Hands of Time is actually going to return till it's done for. I do know Ninjago is running out of ideas. The creators are running out of ideas. They're asking us, but when it comes to the point when this good show has to go, when it ends, they need to release some sort of notice of a villain more powerful than the Overlord. Something that created the Overlord that is not the first Spinjitzu Master. What if, and I'm only saying this as this kind of cutting into a bit of a Star Wars type theme. What if there was some sort of war, a great war, across the multiverse between 2 armies, and the first Spinjitzu Master fought on one of those armies? He was one of the knights of the universe. There's also kind of touching into the thing of the primes. What if there is some sort of being out there that just wants to tear everything apart? Because in Marvel, we have Galactus. In DC, what was it? Doomsday? Or no, not Doomsday. Frick, I'm gonna get comments saying what you don't know. Remember the dude? Whatever his name is, but there's in every universe there's always the thought, or theoretical universe, there's always the thought of this big being that wants to destroy worlds, destroy everything, control everything, that kind of concept. And the thing about Ninjago is that they've never really gotten into space as much. They've been on the Comet in Season 3. They've been kind of touching into Earth outside of Earth a little bit, but we haven't gotten touched really into the point where what's truly out there. What is out in space? Is there other beings? Is there aliens? Is there some sort of galactic war that was never talked about nor never found? There could be a prophecy stating that Lloyd could become the last knight. And I'm not saying this because my channel name's The Last Knight. No, I'm saying this because this is my version of how Ninjago will end. I'm saying this because Lloyd, I believe, is the key to everything. He just doesn't know it. The first Spinjitzu Master controls fire, lightning, earth, ice, and energy, or in this case is golden energy. What doesn't make any sense is how, if the elemental guardians were to protect him, where did the guardians get their powers? Where did the first Spinjitzu Master get his power? Was he just magically born with it? Where did the realm crystal come from? I know the first Spinjitzu Master didn't create it because the creators said themselves. The first Spinjitzu Master was not the person who created the 16 realms. He's the one who protected the 16 realms. So we have to go back to this point. Was there a theoretical thing, kind of like with Primus and Unicron, was there two beings out there that fought over the universe? Where did the first Spinjitzu Master first get his power? And where did it... What's the origin of the Earth in this story? The origin... The story before Ninjago, I've got to say. I'm not talking about the first Spinjitzu Master created the 4 golden weapons. No, I'm talking about the events that transpired before he must have thought of doing so. So there's a thought that I've kind of created known as the Savitar effect. And if you don't know what I mean, in Flash there is an evil villain known as Savitar. He was the first speedster. I only say the Savitar effect because in Ninjago I see a huge villain, the most powerful of them all, that has destroyed the Overlord and every other person. He doesn't work with anyone except for his army he controls fully out. A Megatron or Megatronus type villain, a warlord who knows Earth, who knows everything about the past of the galaxies and about the universe. Someone who's been banished. I can kind of see someone like that returning. Somehow appearing in Ninjago. It's very crazy, but it might just be the right idea. And the ninja have to fight him, obviously. And Lloyd dies. As I said, the Savitar effect. Flash clearly died. In the comics, he died multiple times. A lot of times, too many to count. He died in Season 2. Ninjago, really, the only character I've seen has died is Garmadon. We haven't gotten a true character who is, not even temporarily, forever dead. Zane kind of touched on that until we found out in the 4th season that he wasn't dead. He was rebuilt in Borg's laboratory, and then you had Ronan steal him and do something to him, and then Shen bought it off Ronan. Some sort of weird effect. Because as much as the Hangman Brothers, as much as Tommy or any other writer of Ninjago has stated, news that has to do with before Ninjago is hidden secret. I'm not even sure why the ninja haven't really touched on this. They probably have wondered, but the writers, I think they'd be smart enough to think that the ninja would try to investigate on this. In fact, if Lloyd's destined to become a sensei so soon, why not a final battle with him? His final moment as a knight. A master of Spinjitzu. What if Lloyd... Because he wasn't in that crystal cave where he saw his reflection. He wasn't there. Moro was. But I don't think... Even if Moro did see a reflection, it'd probably only be of the day of the departed. For wondering what I'm eating, I'm eating these little chips. They're a little tiny. Got them from the swap meet. What's kind of funny is the fact that no matter what, Ninjago's never going to fail to impress us. And I like that a lot. Every ninja has a mysterious past. Jay, Cole, Kai, Nia, Zane, Lloyd. We've never truly gotten an explanation for how things went in the past of Ninjago. In fact, one answer that has not been shared, or one question I should say that has not even been answered, is if the first Spinjitzu master created Ninjago, who created the first Spinjitzu master? None of the writers, not the creators. I don't even think that they've thought of an idea like that yet. Thought of who or what did so. And who created the person who created the realm crystal? Like, what's the whole origin? Destiny didn't create the first Spinjitzu master, because then you gotta wonder, the realm crystal wasn't invented until later, and the realm crystal, I believe, is the only thing that created the 16 realms of the Ninjago's dimension. So, I think I can imagine Earth, Ninjago itself, destroyed, dead. Every living being perished due to a mistake the ninja made. I think, in Hand of Time, the ninja are going to mess up. I think that they might accidentally really mess with the timeline. And this time, not going back in time, destroying a mega weapon, and then remembering it, but like, not like that screwed up episode that didn't make any sense at all. No, I'm talking about a change that really, really did not work as planned. Remember in Flash, Barry made the wrong idea. He saved his parents, yes. But when he tried to fix everything, when he went back to his original world, it wasn't original, it was a new world, had some of the similar traits as the old one he had before Flashpoint, but there was a lot of things that were changed. People were dead, some people were alive. Some crazy, crazy events that transpire. So in Ninjago, I can imagine Lloyd, in order for him to really revive everyone for the mistake he and the ninja made, maybe in Hands of Time or somewhere along the timeline, he has to sacrifice himself, give himself up. I like to call the explosion of creation. The thought of the Big Bang Theory kind of falls into this. If he were to collide his body into the middle of the galaxy, maybe even the middle of the universe, his very essence, his very power, and his soul explodes creation across the many universes, multiverses, and everything that have died because of him, and because of the ninja's mistakes, everything is revived. Including fallen heroes. And ones that have fallen before. Moro, Sensei Wu, Garmadon, Misako, Cole, maybe even Jay, Zane, Kai, Nia, and Skylar. There could be a point where everyone does die and it's up to Lloyd to fix everything, because if he fails, what happens? In the comment section down below, what do you think your version of the ending of Ninjago is going to happen? Because my ending is Lloyd having, in order to destroy an ancient enemy from maybe, I don't know, legend, that's not the Overlord, that's more powerful than the Overlord, he has to sacrifice himself. And this time, he doesn't come back. That he truly is departed. This is Ulitimate Prime, and I am the last knight. Peace out. Because remember, one like allows Lloyd to save the day. If you put one like, even just one, if it's one person who likes, Lloyd will save the multiverse, and you will be responsible for that, because if you do not like, you basically just killed yourself, because Lloyd can't save you. Anyhow, see you guys later. Peace out.